I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy! Oh, man!
And now, your mama knows.
29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What are you, fucking nuts? You thought...
Subscribe to the most epic channel on YouTube for live streams every week. Daily videos. Subscribe. Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon.
What's going on, guys? It's the Cowboy King of Entertainment. I'm back with another video, and this stream is gonna be epic. Cause I'm a cowboy. Oh, man. And now, your mama knows. All right, guys. Why am I here? Well, unlike all of you who've seen this Xbox thing, I was actually working. So I got off work at 3:30 and it ended. And I was like, oh. So I was trying to watch it. Well, I couldn't listen to it. I had it on subtitles. So as I'm on the phone working, I'm trying to look. I barely caught it. Now, I know what you're saying. Some of you guys can sum it up in 4 sentences. But I figure all right. You would think it would be easy to have something just work. Anyway, so what I was saying is you guys could easily fill me in like 4 sentences of what happened. But for me, I figure I put up my poll. The poll said, should I stream this event or should I play Helldivers 2? And a lot more people say Helldivers 2, right? I should do that with the community. But then when I figured that this only was 30 minutes long, I was like, I might as well just check it out myself. And who better to do it with none other than you guys. So I'll sit down. You guys could kind of fill me in. But to be honest with you, I kind of want to check it out myself. So so because it's only 30 minutes, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna pull it up, and I'm gonna check it out. And we're gonna all chat as we usually do. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm gonna see what's up and I'm gonna give my thoughts. But gaming is gaming. I say just play the games you have interest in. But anyway, so let me say what's up to you guys in chat. Oh, guys, and also we got to give a big happy birthday to Rudy. Happy birthday, man. Good stuff. Happy birthday. All right. Let me see who's in the building. So FCat's in the building, Rune's in the building, That PlayStation Gamer's in the building. Let me see. My man Rue Diggs. I'm trying not to watch everything you guys are saying because you guys are just gonna, make it pointless for me to watch this thing. So my man Lion is in the building, Tony's in the building. And I feel like Tony, you jinxed me, man. It made me, well, you didn't jinx me, but somehow this thing got frozen. So that was strange. All right, anyway, let me go to YouTube. Let me pull this little thing up. Go to my history. Go to this. Okay, turn on sound. That came right on. Wow. All right, so I know you guys want to chat, but I didn't really see it. And I actually am interested in just to hear. So the thing is, the reason why I don't want to just listen to you guys is because I know sometimes you guys add context to things that really didn't happen, right? Like if I listen to FCat, he's going to be like, oh, you didn't know they said it was dying on the 24th of November. I'd be like, they said that? And like, they never said that. I'm like, oh. So for me, I want to check it out myself because I want to see the context. I want to hear how they worded things. So that's why I kind of want to check it out myself. And not just kind of let you guys fill me in because, sometimes there'll be a little bit of discrepancy. But let's check this out real quick.
Hello and welcome to the official Xbox podcast. I'm your host, Tina Amini, and we have a very special episode today, as you can probably tell by the fact that I'm joined by Phil, Sarah, and Matt. Welcome. And we're going to talk about some updates at Xbox. We want to talk about game exclusivity. We want to talk about Activision Blizzard now that they're part of our portfolio, how that might be an impact on Game Pass. And we want to talk about hardware, too, and how all of this fits into the strategy at Xbox. So where should we start, Phil?
Well, when we originally had planned for the show, starting back in December, I think we probably would have started with Activision Blizzard, maybe talked a little bit about the exclusivity with some of the news coming up, and then hardware. But we've had some unforeseen news that has come out. So let's just go and tackle the exclusivity question, because I know it's on the minds of a lot of people. We hear from the community, and that's an important input for us. So we made the decision that we're going to take 4 games.
Wait. Before he says this, some of you guys out there, I know this is hard. I don't know where my guy Cubini is, if he's watching or not. I don't know if Doc Dark's out there somewhere. I don't know if my man Murder's out there somewhere. But some of the diehard Xbox guys, before this happens, because I kind of hear a little bit of rumblings, I just want to put this out there.
Man the fuck up.
I just think we got to cross that line first. And so let me hear Phil say what he's going to say.
To the other consoles, just 4 games, not a change to our kind of fundamental exclusive strategy. We're making these decisions for some specific reasons. We make every decision really with the long-term health of Xbox in mind. And long-term health of Xbox means a growing platform, our games performing, building the best platform for creators, reaching as many players as we can. We're always looking to learn as a leadership team and to.
Okay, honestly, you know me, I'm not that big into the console wars. Once I left Stadia, I was like, bro, it is what it is. But I think everything he's saying, I agree with, right? You want to do it to be healthy, you want to grow the platform. So everything sounds cool to me so far. Just saying. Let's see what Jason said. Said what helps you sleep at night. All right, let's go.
To grow, and we think this is an interesting point in time for us to use what some of the other platforms have right now to help grow our franchises. So we're going to do that.
So these 4 titles, what are they? Can you say?
I'm not going to name those games. The teams that are building those games have announced plans that are not too far away. As we know, game teams put a lot of energy into their announcements with the partners. So I don't want to take anything away from those teams.
You know what's crazy? He said with the partner. So that just means while you guys are fighting with pitchforks and fires over Xbox, PlayStation, they already made deals, already made behind the scene deals. So we look stupid. Let me hold on real quick, Phil. Phil, can I have the floor? Phil, can I have the floor? I'm just saying. All right, hold on. It was a while ago I said I wanted to get out of the console war business. There's a while ago I said that I want to try to help the best I can, that we could, do my part to kind of get rid of the console war stuff. Now, let me just be honest. Guys, whoever's champion PlayStation, who's ever champion Xbox, who's ever champion Switch with all the children that plays on it, we look silly. You guys look foolish, right? These million, trillion, billion-dollar, thousand, whatever you want to call them companies, dude, they're in it to make video games so they can make money. They don't care that you're running with your pitchforks and your fire and your torches. They don't care. All right? Now, if they make great games, that's cool, right? Hold on, my wife's calling. God damn it. Can I do anything? Yes. What's up? All right, cool. I don't know yet. But can you text me, please? I am. All right, love you too. Bye. All right. Now that my wife is out of my hair. So, dude, this is just showing you guys. They want to put games on different platforms, and he said the teams. I don't want to steal the thunder from the teams that's going to announce the partnerships. You just don't be like, hey, you trying to get this game on your platform today? Sure, yeah. It takes a bit of inner workings. That means they've been doing deals behind the scenes for a little bit. Guys, the console wars should be dead. Now, when people say the console wars are dead, they're not dead. Console wars will never die until there's no specific platform. As long as there's only games that go to PC, only games that go to PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, a cell phone, it's still always going to be a quote-unquote console war. Now, is a PC a console? Is a console a PC? You know, that's hearsay. But at the end of the day, you're going to be able to say it's a platform war. My platform's better because it got this game. And my platform's better because it got this game. But in the end, you're the winner if you just keep playing the games you have interest in. That's it. You might say, I don't like any Xbox games. Well, just keep playing your PlayStation. You might say, well, I don't like any PlayStation games. Well, keep playing your Xbox games. Man, I just like playing the children games that's on the Switch. Well, keep playing your cartoon children games that's on the Switch. But at the end of the day, you're only winning if you play the games you have interest in. Now, if you play the game you have interest in and you got an Xbox and it's on a PlayStation and you go get a PlayStation, hey, if you are playing the games that interest you on a PlayStation and it just so happens there's a game that interests you on an Xbox, you get Game Pass and you can play it on anything. Hey, you're winning. Anyway, so I'm going to grab the chair. I'm going to sit down. But I just want to say, yo, the console wars, they're just really showing us that we getting beaten. They're showing y'all that y'all getting beaten in the head by running around with a pitchfork and a, flag and talking about Xbox, PlayStation. But man, you know what? I think at the end of the day, I like business. I am business focused and I love business. I love deals. I love networking and I love to see companies prosper and make money. I'm in it for the money, right? So if they can make money, good, because that's the only reason why you get in business is to be profitable. Now, you might get in business because you have a passion. Oh, I want to make this device and it's gonna warm up food faster than the stove. The microwave is gonna be amazing. But I would love that you could make some money off of it because I hope you just ain't spending your own love and time. All right, anyway. But let me get a chance to check you guys out. Oh, Monkey Boy's in the building. All right, 4 games. I'll start right there. I expected Outer Worlds 2. We're not worried about 4 games. Tony said 4 games for now. Probably Helldivers as well. Let me see. Rune's laughing. Monkey Boy's in the building. So only 2 ways for business to grow. Tap more money from your existing customers or find more customers. I prefer to laugh. Yo, at the end of the day, that's really true. Now, I don't care which you do, to be honest with you. Find new ones, old ones, hey, but just, make money. Let me see. SOT grounded in Redfall. Let me see. Sanchez, I'm sorry for your loss, bro. Damn. Phil needs the Cowboy. He does. Rumors were all fake. No Game Pass changes. Let's see. Let me scroll down a little further. I'll go to the bottom. Start with for the health of the platforms and the industry where it's not growing. They have to try and different things. Yeah. You know what the thing is? It's people that sit home on the couches that get mad when comments like this because they don't have a big business and losing money. They just go to work, probably live home at their mom's house or, have their own rent to pay and they could pay their bills and they're cool. But they don't have a big business that they watch sales go up and down and they want to keep the sales up. They don't have to worry about that. So it's easy for people to sit home on the couch and just be like, no, don't do that. Don't put your games there. But you're not paying any of their bills. You just see, oh, this game is successful, but you don't see all the games that's not successful and that they just lost money on. So for one game that they make this much money, you got to think it's like 20 games that they lose this much money. You know what I mean? Anyway, if this is what it takes to save me money and keep the bangers coming to Game Pass day and date with no price increases, sounds great to me. I agree. What's up, Cloudbusters? What's going on? A Hi-Fi Rush. Well, hold up. Wait. Let me see. All right, hold up. So before I do that, let me bring Uncle Phil back on, and let him finish.
So I won't be talking about the titles specifically, but I think when they come out, it'll make sense.
Can we say if either of those titles are Starfield or Indiana Jones?
They are not Starfield or Indiana Jones.
Well, what was the criteria in how the team was thinking about selecting those 4 titles?
Let me start a little bit outside of that, and then I'll get to the 4 specific games that we're talking about right now. Because the fundamental decision driver for any decision that we make, anything we're going to talk about today, is the long-term health of Xbox. That we're running a growing platform that is reaching more players, that our games are having as much success as possible. And I do have a fundamental belief that over the next 5 or 10 years, exclusive games that are exclusive to one piece of hardware, are going to be a smaller and smaller part of the game industry. And that's not some great insight, because if you look at the last 10 years and what the biggest games are today, it's a natural place. Whether it's one console and PC, multiple consoles, mobile console and PC, you see big games landing on multiple platforms.
I agree with that.
And we want to be a great platform for creators that are trying.
You know what? I agree. Like, if you look at the amount of exclusives there was, say, 15 years ago, man, it's nowhere near the amount of exclusives nowadays. You know, I agree.
To realize that potential. But now back to the specifics of the question on these four specific titles. We looked at games that are over a year old, so they've been on Xbox and PC for a while. A couple of the games are community-driven games, new games that kind of first iterations of a franchise that have reached their full potential, let's say on Xbox and PC. There's always growth. Franchises that we obviously want to continue to invest in. Part of having the ability to continue to invest is that the businesses behind those franchises continue. We think it's important that these service.
All right, hold on, Phil. You got to pause that. Bam! My man Sanchez said Diablo 4 coming to Game Pass March 28th. Is that true? Is that really happening? Can somebody fact check that? It wasn't much info for me. Playing Halo now on GFN. The president is a hottie. Oh, yeah, she got DSLs too. Sarah Bond said exclusive matters for console sales and no changes to Game Pass. No indie. Yeah. It's all, and it's good for the games that matter more than the actual box. Here, let me turn off my heat. Sanchez, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. You know, I love doing this. I love doing what I do. Just because I love interacting with people. I love talking about video games. I love talking about French fries and whatever, you name it. You know me, I love talking about movies. I just love entertainment. So it's cool just so you guys show up and just chat with me and talk with me, you know. So I really appreciate it, man. And that definitely goes a long way. It make me feel like what I'm doing, the hours I spend away from my family, just to sit here and do this is fun for me. But my wife wouldn't mind if I was probably hanging with her right now as she's out shopping, going to pick up my granddaughter. She's going to bring my granddaughter over, and I'm going to be sitting here doing this. So, you know, I appreciate that. Definitely, man. Sarah said, check video. Check video. What does that mean? Okay. Oh, cool.
Based games that have communities behind them that they can have confidence that they're going to exist in the future. So two of them kind of community-driven games that will end up on other platforms and give us the ability to continue to invest in them. We think that's great for the business and great for the communities, more players to play with. I'd say two of the other games are smaller games that were.
That was so slow. That was like 5 minutes later that it popped up. Wow.
Never really meant to be built as kind of platform exclusives and all the fanfare that goes around that, but games that our team.
He said platform exclusive and all the fanfare that goes along that. Notice that, the fanfare. He's saying the fanboys. That's what he's saying.
Really wanted to go build, that we love supporting creative endeavors across our studios regardless of size. And as they've realized their full potential on Xbox and PC, we see an opportunity to utilize the other platforms as a place to just drive more business value.
How old is Phil? Anybody know how old Phil Spencer is? I'm curious.
Out of those games, allowing us to invest in maybe.
I think it's 50 something, right?
Future iterations of those, so sequels to those, or just other games like that in our portfolio. And when we don't damage Xbox and we can grow our business using what other platforms have and to help us with that, we're going to do that. And that's really the story behind these four games. And last thing I'll say, looking forward, you know, I think there is an interesting story for us of introducing Xbox franchises to players on other platforms to get them more interested in Xbox. We think there's a good brand.
Wait. So you think that you putting Xbox games on other platforms will make those players more interested into Xbox? That was pretty dumb. Now I don't agree with that. I think gamers like to play games, and gamers historically like to play games on the preferred platforms, and it's an investment, right? Now, if platforms cost like $200 tops, then people wouldn't care. Everybody have everything, but since platforms are up into $500, it make it hard for people to say, "Oh, I'll play this, I'll play that, I'll play this, I'll play that." So if somebody invested $500 in a platform and you allow them to have the game that they may like on the other side, that's not going to make them go to the other side. That's going to make them just play it on their platform, because it's going to make them say, "Oh, well, now you just saved me money." So I think he's probably foolish about that. Let me see. Some Mustard Hearts bots sold their Xbox already over rumors before any confirmation. That's if they really did, right? We got any videos of people selling their Xbox, or they just said they sold their Xbox? And they might have been PlayStation fans saying they selling Xboxes, but they really not an Xbox fan. I don't know. I don't believe in too much stuff unless I see a video of it. Seeing is believing. All I know is I am blocking a lot of people for the fake outrage. What's going on, Darth Kermit? How's it going? Talking to Phil. Yeah, I was talking to Phil, man. I think you misconstrue what he was saying. If you fire up a game on Nintendo and there's a Game Pass logo or an Xbox logo, and you realize you can play it for free, you're not playing it for free. So the thing is, you would have to have that you fire up a game, and no one looks for logos. Let's be clear. I can't remember the last time I fired up a game and I was looking for a logo. So you just look for a game, and when logos come up in the beginning, most of the times you're skipping it. You're like, "Come on, man, get this off the screen. I want to play the game." So I think you're definitely reaching right there. I think the thing is, you would have to have like a commercial, right? And it'd be like, "Play this game on PlayStation, but also could be found in Game Pass." Well, you wouldn't do that, because then you would be killing the business you just did, the deal with PlayStation. So there's definitely, they're not going to be doing what you're suggesting. I just don't think I don't think people minds work like that. "Oh, wow, you allow me to play your game on my platform. Now I want to play your platform." Who does that? You don't go to your favorite restaurant and eat bread there and be like, "You know what? I'd rather go to the supermarket because that's the same bread I could buy from the supermarket." No, you're going to your favorite restaurant for that experience. And it just so happens the bread at the supermarket is also there. But you go for that whole complete experience. I mean, I don't know. That's just me, though. Maybe I'm wrong. But this is cool. I love this conversation we're having. The message has always been the same. Select games, ABK will be MP, will be MP, nothing changed. King Thrash did. Well, King Thrash is a PlayStation guy. Let me see. Maybe not for you, Cowboy, but there's a big community for Grounded and Sea of Thieves. It's for the younger populations. I didn't even see what games it was yet, man. Hey, let me get there, bro. I think he isn't talking about selling the Xbox console. Let me see. King Thrash did the video. People can take a video nowadays. Let me see. Bringing games to more devices helps the developer make. No, definitely. Well, that's great for the developer. It's more about representing the ecosystem. People can even fake a video. Now, that is true. Like, you can have somebody that work at GameStop and allow you to walk in and act like you're, returning your thing. Well, every time I fire up MLB The Show on Game Pass, it clearly reminds me it's a Sony game. And do that make you play games on Sony? No, it doesn't. There you go. You just answered it. There you go. I make bread, but I can only sell it at Asda. What about Tesco and all the rest? I never even heard of those places. You can't skip the first logo, LOL. It's like when you fire up a PS game, you see the PS logo. Yeah, but no one pays attention to the logo. No one's looking at the logo like, "Hold up, let me Let me write down what company made this game. Come on, man. Could we be serious right now? And you're not going to see a Game Pass logo on PlayStation, right? You don't go to McDonald's for Whoppers. I don't think a restaurant is a good comparison. We're not talking about apples and oranges. Well, listen, you made my point by saying MLB The Show is on Xbox, but I know for a fact you ain't playing games on PlayStation. So there you go. Look, it's the birthday boy. You should count the amount of times he says invest. It doesn't because Sony doesn't have Game Pass, especially without hardware. But Sony has their own pass also, though. So you just made the point clear, evidently so clear. I mean, it's engagement. Everything is fighting for your time. Exactly. Everything is engagement. All right.
Value for Xbox there. So 4 games, no promise beyond that. So if you're on those other platforms and you see these 4 games coming, please don't take it as some signal that everything's coming. It's not. And we're going to learn.
I am glad he said that, but I think what he's saying next, let him finish.
So when you are thinking about the future,
Now he said, but we're going to learn. So think about it, right? That means, hey, don't think everything's coming. So everybody running around saying everything is coming, but he did say we're going to learn. So you have to literally listen to the words he chooses to use. We're going to learn, meaning if these 4 games do great, we're going to learn that we can make a lot more money, as Rudik said, by investing and putting our games on other platforms. So just remember that.
future and this concept of live service games, games that can benefit from bigger audiences, new audiences, how does that apply to future titles and how you're applying that criteria there?
Yeah, there's really no fundamental change to how we think about exclusivity. We just came out of Developer Direct, which was an awesome show, where we showed great games that are coming to Xbox and PC and cloud, which really makes them accessible to hundreds of millions of people. So it's this kind of, we're really focused on a couple platforms and what's going to show up there. But our key of play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want, when everybody plays, we all win. These have been part of our strategy for years and will continue to be. Our focus is on how do we continue to grow the games industry by reaching more players in more places, and how do we grow Xbox as part of that. Xbox is a hardware platform, Xbox is a publisher of great games, and Xbox as a platform for the world's best creators.
And then knowing that, how do we think about our first-party games and Game Pass?
Yeah, well, to build on what Phil just said, one thing I would add, as you were talking about growth, is just that we've sort of seen this inversion over the last 5 years where it used to be that the platform was the biggest thing.
That's right.
And the games would sort of tuck in within the platform. Today, big games like a Roblox or a Fortnite could actually be bigger than any one platform. And that really has changed the way that we think about things. So in the midst of all that, I think we at First Party can come back to sort of some...
Hey, not for nothing. I mean, give them credit. Minecraft is bigger than one platform. Imagine them trying to say, you know what, we're just going to back off and make Minecraft only for Xbox. Couldn't do it. But let me get back to you guys' comments. Let me see. I mean, it's an... Oh, yeah, there you go. Just play the video. I'm trying. The only way I can play Sony's version of Game Pass is by buying a PS5. Correct. No, you don't need a PS5. So remember, you could play it on PC. You could buy... you could pay every month for a PlayStation Plus Premium, and then you could play it on your PC. You don't need a PlayStation 5. So, no, that's not correct. But that was a good try, though. See, the thing is, you just want to do console war. It's silly. Like, you usually want to put PlayStation against Xbox. Man, you got to get your mind out the gutter of the console wars, you know? It doesn't because Sony doesn't have Game Pass, especially without hardware. There you go. Imagine Stadia said play anywhere. It is free advertisement in one form or another. Cowboy, if you buy MLB The Show on Xbox, PS is getting some money. That's what Phil wants. He wants to create more revenue for the platforms, not really wanting you to buy an Xbox. I agree. I need a PlayStation Cloud app for my phone. Yeah, they probably should do that. I wasn't aware of that. I'm not making a console war. Please don't put words in my mouth. Now, I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm just watching what you're doing. You don't have to say you're doing a console war when you're literally. I'm saying that I agree with what Xbox is doing. You're like, oh, well, like you keep every moment you keep trying to down PlayStation as if I wear some PlayStation badge and you're hurting me. You're just looking foolish trying to make me look silly, and I don't give a damn about PlayStation. Like, I'm just trying to play the games I have interest in, and I'll play them anywhere. Like, I've paid for Game Pass so many times in the last year so I could play a game that I thought looked cool on Game Pass. Like, you got to get your head out of the console war gutter. You got to stop looking at me like you came on here many times. Oh, you're a pony, this and that. Like, bro, you got the wrong guy. Like, yes, I bought a PlayStation, but that's mainly because I like The Last of Us. I like God of War, mainly those two, and they could be found on here. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hey, Phil, go to the side real quick. If it isn't this child. Listen, when you gonna start walking? Huh? Look at these people.
She gotta crawl first.
Crawl first. Was you crying at the big bad monkey boy in the chat? Nah, she don't like this guy, Monkey Boy. Monkey Boy, you see what you did? Your face. Some loser that's always trying to argue with me. All right, I'm just playing, not a loser. They can't even see you.
No, peace on it.
Oh, okay.
I don't want them to see me. My hair looks messed up. Look, she don't cry when she's with me. That's video evidence. You know your strings stay up, right? Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so
no cavities.
Oh, really?
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, look at
And
you.
I had this lady. She was so nice. What's her name? The lady that cleans our teeth.
Okay. Yeah, she got black hair.
I was talking to her and I was like, yeah, or Ashley or something.
I don't remember her name.
But I was like, yeah, my dad, blah blah blah. And then she's like, who's your dad? I was like, Anthony Lewis, like 5'6", bald, black. She's like, yes, of course I know him. And I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of like him. She's like, you have the nicest lips. You look like him. I'm like, yeah, I have.
So pretty much, she just said I got nice lips.
Oh, so she said I have nice lips. It wasn't all in one time frame, you know. Like it wasn't about you.
Yeah, it was about me.
Do you want your door shut?
Yeah. Is Josie out of here?
Yeah, I was about to look.
All right, thanks. She just be busting in here.
You know my door doesn't even shut all the way, so we use the gate.
Oh yeah, so I know how it goes. All right. Anyways, I will go. Where am I at? I'm trying to get through the show, but I also want to talk to you guys as well. All right, let me see. So, I didn't know Sony. Oh yeah, I didn't know Sony had a PC version of their Game Pass. Never heard of it. Thanks for making me aware. Not a problem. I'm a good source of information. I didn't say one thing negative about PlayStation. Please find it and put it on screen, bro. I don't need to find. You only come on here to harass me. That's it. Cowboy, we're not console warring with you. I'm not even talking about you, Sanchez. Unless you and Monkey Boy are the same person. I always thought you and Miss Urban Roll was the same person. Huh. There's more to people who spreads rumors that all the Xbox games were coming. Yeah, but none of those people are on here. We're not talking to them. I don't think Monkey Boy was console warring. Seemed to me like he was asking more of. He was not asking a question. He made a statement. That's not a question. Man. Yeah, I am serious. Like, you just come on here to console war with me. You literally in the past, you came on here like, oh, look at you, PlayStation guy. Ha ha, PlayStation gonna die. And I literally kept saying to you, like, bro, I don't care. Like, why are you pushing it to me as if I'm Captain PlayStation? You kept going on and on. Now you're trying to backtrack as if you didn't do that. Literally, that's how you and me was getting into it. I was like, bro, why you keep bringing me up like I'm the PlayStation guy? Just because I bought a PlayStation. Anyway, all I said was, all right, here, I don't got time for this. All right, just get back to video. All right, come back on here. Matt Booty, that's his name, right?
core principles. First, that all of our games will be on the Xbox platform. Second, all of our games will go into Game Pass on day one. And third, we know that Game Pass will only be available on Xbox. So there's sort of starting points for us. As Phil mentioned, there are games today that you can play that only.
Now that's so now that he just answered. So when everybody was like, Game Pass is gonna one day go to PlayStation or Nintendo. I mean, it could happen, but he's saying that it because we don't have a crystal ball, but he's saying clearly that Game Pass will only be on Xbox. Well, technically Game Pass is also on PC, but I guess as a console. So that's good for him to say.
Only can be found on Xbox. And at the same time, we want to bring more of our games to more players. So we're going to continue to look at that. Kind of moving aside, though, from some of those and thinking more about what does it really mean for the player, to me, the two key things are cross-play and cross-save. Those things allow us to deliver on the promise of Xbox, which is play with your friends where they are, play on the devices you want, play the games you want. So
I agree, man. Cross-play and cross-save is so important. Like, I would love to be able to play WWE 2K 2020, well, the new one coming out 4, with my friends that got an Xbox. Like my one friend, his Monkey Bones Gaming, not Monkey Boy, he rather play games on his Xbox. But since we're all playing on PlayStation, he bought the PlayStation version, right? But I would love for him to be like, hey, I'm just playing over there. Like, and I think it's nothing cooler than when you play like Fortnite and you literally see like people on PlayStation, people on Xbox, people on PC. Like, that's cool. So I think that's the future we want to get to one day. But I do understand brand supremacy, and companies want to make sure their brand is their own brand. So makes sense.
that is really only possible at a practical level when you know that your saves and your player are going to be able to move across all those parts. So not all of our games today are necessarily built to take advantage of that. There still will be some games that don't. As we bring more teams into the Xbox family, there's some catch up to do as we get there. But that cross-play, cross-save is like so fundamental to what we're doing, and I think is something that.
Do you guys sometimes feel it's funny when you see grown men talking about video games this hard? Like, I know that's his job, but just imagine we admire gaming so much that sometimes I sit back and be like, man, it's so silly. We're grown men and we get so into these video game stuff, and it's like, dude, video games is really just for your recreational time, right? Video games is for a feel-good moment, right? You got a down day, you're upset, you're mad, you get to play your video games, you get to take it out on the PCs or the people or whatever, right? And I feel like it's funny sometimes when grown men and grown women, but we're so invested. But I guess the same thing with sports, right? People who are grown men are so into sports and they're arguing over, no, they are not the better team than this team. And it is kind of funny, but
that we as first party get such a good benefit from being so close to the platform.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things, like you said, all of our games are.
All right. So if you guys are watching, DSLs, I'm just saying.
Always in Game Pass. And so I'm excited to announce, with the coming together that we had with Activision Blizzard King, that Activision and Blizzard games are coming to Game Pass, starting with Diablo 4 on March 28th, which I'm super, super excited to share.
Oh, that's dope. Now, you know what's crazy? I didn't know when, but I had Diablo on my GameFly list. So that's been there for a while. It's down on the list, but I could save myself a GameFly and just play it on Game Pass. So that's kind of cool.
There today.
I'm not really into Diablo anymore, but I used to play part 1 way back in the day. But it's on there as a game I wanted to try. So I'm telling you, the best combination. I made a video a long time ago. The best combination is Game Pass and GameFly. You can't miss any games with that combination. And this is a great way, if you had Game Pass and GameFly, to try games. Like, this is perfect to be able to try as many games as you would like to. Just saying. And now your mama knows.
And it's all part of our commitment to make Xbox, the Xbox experience, and the games that we build is widely available as possible. So now the 34 million Game Pass members can all enjoy the fantastic experience of Diablo 4.
Amazing. Can we come back to the point, Phil, you mentioned at the top, this isn't really a change in strategy for us. Can you recap for me how it isn't?
Yeah, and I thought both Matt and Sarah.
She's like, so how is this not a change? All right, let me get back to the comments. All right, so let me see. Okay. So I did play a lot of the video. All right, here we go. You just get mad because I asked the right questions and challenge your responses. You made it clear you don't want me here. Good luck. Your channel seems like it's dying by the day. So there's my point. He's just here for negativity, right? And it's okay. Like, I don't mind trolls. You guys see what happened when all those trolls came before. But again, like, all he's here for is negativity. That was my point, Sanchez, just pointing out. When he shows up, he's literally just here trying to stir up, stir me up is all he's doing. He's not here making a comment. He's not here just conversating like everybody. He's just trying to pick out anything I say and try to come up with something. One, he tried to bring up the whole, yeah, but if something's on a different platform, it's going to make them go to Xbox. I was making a point how I disagree with that. Then he literally, oh, well, you can't do that on PlayStation, but you can, right? So he's not fact checking. He's just coming up, and then he writes, and your channel seems to be dying day by day. Well, what you don't know is my channel isn't dying by day, okay? So my channel serves for me to come on here and just chat with people, right? So last time I checked, people are still showing up and we're still chatting. So that's all I really need to do. My channel is here for me to express my creativity. Like when I went out last night with my wife for Valentine's Day. By the weekend, I will put out a Valentine's Day video. Now, some people will watch it, some people won't, but they'll be able to see my creativity. My channel is here to serve another purpose. One of the biggest purpose is for my kids. My kids get to go. Matter of fact, here, we're going to do this. So we're going to do this. Let's go. Let me show you guys something. See, this hating individual gets me to do this. So there's something I want to do. I'm going to start having a thing called a flashback stream. So I want to go and pull up older videos. Now, I'm going to start going here, right? I'm going to pull up to this spot, right? And I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to go, yeah, I think it was called, oh, a new hat? Wow, look at that. Wife got me a new hat. All right. I think it's all right. I don't really mind too much. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, my other hat was my other hat I like because it had the turtle on it that you got me for 2 years ago, I think. Yeah. Yeah. All right, cool. I'm weird. You know me. I like to wear one thing. But all right, cool. Well, thank you very much. So yeah, check this out, guys. Summer 2016. I'm gonna put. I didn't mean for this to turn into this, but so check it out. One of the things about my channel, I get to do stuff like this, right? So this was summer 2016. That was 7 years ago. Look at all my kids. Now, check this out. My daughter who just walked in here, that was her 7 years ago. Look how big she is, how grown she is, right? My channel serves for stuff like this, right? This is my stepdaughter, okay?
I love her sometimes.
Look, she is now 19 years old, but look at her, right? So check this out. Look at Bobby.
Remember
Bobby,
last time
now,
all of us did something together, but because of you, we're gonna be.
He can see how he sound back then. Look at Sonima. That my granddaughter that I just had. This is her mom.
When you down the road, and
he has 2 kids now. All right, 2 kids. How cool is it? Like one day I was with my granddaughter and I took her to Friendly's for the first time. And I said, I used to take your mom here all the time. And she was like, my mom never been here. I said, yes, she was. I pulled up a video of her mom. She was like, look at my mom. She had blue hair. It was funny. So my channel isn't dying because this is what my channel first started as, a vlog channel. So as long as my kids are alive, my kids' kids are alive, then they can see this channel and they can see their parents.
I'm
and
so proud of you.
Look at my son.
So, my summer is once
Now
again
he's 25 years old.
2014, a healing
Look at him back then.
So why is that?
My daughter, Lena, that a lot of you guys know, she just had a baby. Her baby is, I guess, 3 weeks old. Look at her way back then. One day her daughter is going to be watching this stream. It's going to be cool. And then look at my wife back then.
Long Beach Island this weekend.
She don't even have the, I guess what they call it, the red in her under her lips anymore.
Really
and
cool. We
then,
got this good family vibe, and it's just really good. A lot of things happen, but
anyway, I just wanted to say that I just think it's funny that Monkey Boy comes on here to be negative, and just showing you my channel definitely isn't dying, because that's what my channel is about, man. So Monkey Boy Cowboy is cool. He would be cool. However, him saying my channel is dying, is that cool? You think that's cool, Sanchez? Let me know if you think that's cool. Helldivers 2 doesn't have crossover. Yeah, that's not cool, but let me see. You don't have to leave. Let me see. Sanchez Gaming Monkey Boy is Cloudy V. Yeah, he is Cloudy V. I don't know if Sanchez know that or not. Told you she sell you Game Pass. I think the show with Phil went over everything stays mostly the same. Yeah, everything is pretty much mostly the same. I know you do grow up fast, man. Anyway, let's jump back on it.
Sarah did a really nice job of talking about what we're doing on Xbox, where we're going. If you take a platform feature like Xbox Play Anywhere, which has been
Oh, good stuff, Sanchez. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now he's still cool. I mean, I know, listen, I remember when he had to have, he had some issues and he had to have surgery. I wished him well luck and stuff. At the end of the day, I like people. I'm a people's person, but I will give pushback, right? So, if you're coming on here trying to trash me, then that's fine. I think everybody, like even said to the trolls that day, listen, let trolls do what they do. Listen, once we put ourselves in the public light, anybody, good, bad, ugly, family, non-family, we allow ourselves to be scrutinized by anybody. So I don't have a problem with Monkey Boy coming on here, trying to rile me up, trying to do console warring. I don't have a problem. However, he shouldn't have a problem when I fire back. That's the thing, right? So it's cool, right? I welcome you guys all could come on here and say you suck, your content is terrible, your channel's gonna die. I can't help that, right? I'm on here live. I don't have a block stopping anybody from coming on here. Now, this is why I always make it, you have to be a subscriber in order to comment. Because if you were in here talking trash, well, at least you became a subscriber for the moment you was talking trash. So I don't have a problem with anything he said. Just know I'm going to get pushed back, right? I'm not going to sit back and just let him bring up nonsense and not say nothing. So that's all. But yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, you said it, not me.
promise that we've made on our first party games that you can buy our game once, you're going to get to play across Xbox and Windows. I think we're the only platform that does this. That makes it possible for you not only to play.
Now that is pretty cool. That's what Holtz always talk about. The buy play anywhere. So you buy it on Xbox and you're able to play that on your PC or wherever they put it at. That's cool.
With your friends wherever they are. But to know that you actually have multiple entitlements to the games, I think that's a technology I would love to see applied to more platforms. But it is this view that people are going to play Xbox in multiple places. Whether it's play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want, whether it's content, community, and cloud, whether it's when everybody plays, we all win. Like we've had different taglines, different strategy, kind of words that we've used, but always with this view that Xbox is a platform for creators who want to reach the most players. our investments in xCloud, our investments in franchises like Minecraft and now Call of Duty and other large franchises so that we learn how to build those. This has been a strategy that we've been on for, I'd say, a decade. It's not about one device. It's not about games in service of a device, but rather the devices that people want to play on should be in service of making the games as big and popular as they possibly could be. Because really a healthy creator community on Xbox, a healthy creator community in gaming all up is the thing that all of us as game players should be voting for, because that's the thing that will lead to the best long-term success.
Honestly, I think if you ask me, Xbox just won up the competition. And I always thought it would be cool. They would do really good once they got the ABK deal. So think about it. The reason why I think they won up the competition is they just now set themselves up to have all these big games. And they're going to make money when people purchase them on the Xbox or when they, when they put it on Game Pass. But also they're going to make money when people buy them on other platforms and they don't even care about Xbox. That's just really one up in the competition as far as making revenue. And it's really smart. And it's hard to get out of that mindset because, like, again, I'm not going to say I never participated in the console wars. I used to be a hardcore PlayStation guy at one point in time. But guess what? Stadia took me away from PlayStation. I literally left PlayStation to be a cloud gamer, right? And so that helped me open up my eyes to see that cloud is real and cloud can work and cloud does work. But it also, when Stadia went out, I bought a PlayStation. Well, I bought a PlayStation before Stadia went out because I love WWE. So I wanted to play the WWE games and it wasn't coming to Stadia. So what the cool thing is, by me having Stadia and PlayStation, it really opened my mind up to be like, I'm tired of pledging allegiance to one platform, because not one platform is always going to get every game. Not one platform is always going to be able to do everything you want it to do. And unfortunately, you're always going to at some point feel like you maybe want to play a different game and your platform of choice won't have it. And that's just the reality of it. So them doing this is just cool for me at the end of the day, you know? So, and it's going to stop and save people money from saying, now I got to buy an Xbox, right? Now you're going to be able to play certain games on other platforms and it'll save you from spending money.
And growth in this industry.
And my understanding, just from listening and learning from you three over the past few weeks, just understanding what's happening with Xbox, is that we see trends with player behavior where people are playing on multiple devices. That is the reality. And we have put some games out on multiple platforms before. So my understanding is that that's been good for players. How does that come back to the business with all of that in mind?
Yeah, as you said, we have shipped games on other platforms. In fact, realistically, if you look with the addition of Activision and Blizzard and ZeniMax, we're one of the largest game publishers on PlayStation. We're one of the largest publishers on the Nintendo Switch, especially when you put Minecraft
Let's look at some
games on other platforms. In fact, realistically, if you look with the addition of Activision and Blizzard.
Damn, look at that, right? So Overwatch, Diablo, Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Candy Crush, Starfield. Damn, I said Starfield, my bad. StarCraft. These games right here, man, oh man. Talk about powerful.
And ZeniMax, we're one of the largest game publishers on PlayStation.
Dude, Dishonored, never got into Dishonored. Wolfenstein, I was always a Wolfenstein fan. The Elder Scrolls is massive. Fallout is massive. Doom is my, dare I say, my favorite current first-person shooter. It was my 2020 game of the year. Starfield is, I mean, like it or not, it's out there. The Evil Within is a big deal. And Prey.
And we're one of the largest publishers on the Nintendo Switch, especially when you put Minecraft into the equation as well. And now we're one of the largest publishers on mobile platforms as well. And that's not something that we want to back away from. We want to continue to be building great games that millions and millions of people can love, and that they can play those games where they want to go play.
Yeah,
but we do understand the business success that Xbox has to have. Us as leaders in this business, the system today, the system that all companies that we play video games from, is a world of you got to be growing your business, growth in our Xbox business is critical to the long-term health of Xbox. Many people know I've been on Xbox for over 20 years, and I want to make sure Xbox is in the best position for the next 20 years. That means healthy player community, healthy creator community, and healthy business. So when we look at opportunities to allow more people to play, more people engage, more people to buy, more people to subscribe, it's all about putting Xbox in the best position. And our hardware is a critical component of that. The absolute best experience somebody has on Xbox is hardware that your team builds and that people play on. But that's not going to be everybody. We fully accepted that we're going to have Xbox players across all kinds of devices.
So I think a lot of people think about 2023 as this incredible year for gaming. And in a lot of ways it was. There were some really amazing releases that I think we all enjoyed. But what were the signals behind the scenes that maybe indicated how we wanted to look at the future of Xbox and how we kind of keep up with the industry?
Yeah, such a good question. And I think it's, as people who care about the industry, which I assume is people who are watching this, it was an amazing year. Some great launches, some of the games that I think will stand the test of time and people will be talking about a decade from now. But it's an industry that didn't really grow. And what happens when an industry doesn't grow? You end up with some job eliminations, which we had. We had even our own hard decisions to make about building a sustainable business for ourselves, but in no way were we alone in that. When you think about a healthy industry, I want players who believe that they will find the best games on the platforms that they love. I want people who invest their careers in working here to feel like this is a place that they can be successful. And that really is down to being part of an industry that is growing. If you listen to Lisa Su, the AMD CEO, she'll say that AMD-powered consoles are likely to decline in 2024. I think there's an amazing set of games coming in 2024, but if we don't get to growing as an industry, the industry will struggle. And today there's really two choices on how do you grow the industry. Do you say I have a fixed number of players, the players that we have today, and do I find new ways to monetize those players to get more money from the players that I have? Or do you think about how do I expand the business I have by finding new players and adding those to the base of players that already play? Our focus on Xbox for the last decade has really been on that latter point of how do we make sure Xbox is growing for our players, growing for our creators, so those people are finding success on our platform, which will grow the Xbox business and put Xbox in a position to be very strong for years and decades to come.
Matt, earlier you were talking about these growing gaming communities, how they're...
I mean, honestly, I agree with everything they're saying. I like everything they're saying. And I think they're going to have a bright future. I even said it many times. I feel like Xbox has a brighter future than PlayStation because they are usually on the forefront of what's going on, right? Xbox usually, their foresight is amazing. So you look back on the Xbox One, right? When they decided they wanted to do the DRM, they wanted to do, online only. They wanted to do all these things that people didn't like back then, right? People, oh no, I don't like it, right? And they had to walk back some of the stuff. Fast forward to today, all the things they wanted to do is just common practice. People don't complain about that as much now because it's common practice. So Xbox is smart. They're usually future-proof. The thing is, they have so much money that they could jump out and do the things you don't like today, but you will like in 10 years. And I think that's what's really powerful about Xbox. You can't underestimate them. Because you can laugh today, but down the road, when your favorite platform are doing the same thing 10 years from now, people are going to look and be like, yeah, 10 years ago, you thought that was funny when Xbox did it, you know?
They're incredibly large and comparable on such a different level when we think about console audiences. Like you mentioned Roblox, you mentioned Fortnite. So how are we're obviously thinking about our responsibility, our hardware responsibility is supporting the growth of gaming communities. How has that actually shown up for the players? Are there other games we can speak to from our portfolio?
Well, as Phil mentioned, I mean, two of the biggest ones for us, Call of Duty and Minecraft, I mean, they are driven just from the bottom up by the communities of people that play those games, which is so great. I think about it for the player community, it comes down to where are the friends, where are the people you play with, and then equally important is where have you built up your library of games, right? Where have you invested? Where's that library? I think those two things probably are some of the biggest influences on where people choose to play and what devices they choose to play.
Yeah.
When we think about On the other side, the developer side, just any game developer wants their game to find the biggest audience possible. That's just the nature of building a game. You want people to enjoy and participate in what you've made. And I think we're in a unique position to deliver on that just because we are the platform. We build hardware, we've got a first-party games group, and then we've got a system that ties that together, that brings together your friends, your progression, your achievements, all of that. And I think that's really what has contributed to the momentum behind some of these communities.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you look at, just step back and you look at the history of the industry, we've moved from a place where it used to be that someone built and launched a game to accelerate hardware to actually the things we do with our hardware and with our platform are all in service of making those games bigger. And we think about that across all of the investments we make, the consoles we build, the investments we do with things like cross-play, cross-progression, the things that we're doing with cloud. How do we actually give more options to game creators so they can have the greatest success? I think one of the fun recent examples about this is actually Power World. You know, Power World was able to launch, they were a game preview, they launched in Game Pass, they also simultaneously launched in Steam. And through the combination of those things, you know, Pocket Pair was able to have this outsized success, and it was the largest third-party Game Pass launch ever. And that's all because we give creators options on how they can launch their games. We've got subscription, we've got retail, we've got free-to-play, we've got game preview. We have the consoles, we have our experience on PC, and they can access all of those things. And when we step back and we just look at the performance of our platform all up, we know it's working. We're at the—
You know what's cool? I think they're making a cool point, right? So they're like, if they allow games to go to Game Pass and be on other platforms, that's a win-win, right? Look at the success Power World did on Steam, right, or on PC, and then they also was able to launch on Game Pass as well. So imagine that, right? They can make some little side money because a lot of times we give Game Pass hell, right? We're like, oh, the company's going to lose money by putting their game on Game Pass. But if they're like, listen, put your game everywhere, put it on Game Pass, and put your game somewhere else, that's pretty powerful because maybe they don't make as much money on game or maybe the deal they do on Game Pass is a good little amount of money, and we always say, well, they could have made more. But if they allow their games to go somewhere else, then they can, and it's a really good game, they could grab those other sales somewhere else. But if they want that guaranteed money, they could do Game Pass, get that guaranteed money, and then still have the option of sell it somewhere else. That's pretty cool. Let me see. FCAT said, where is... Oh, Sanchez said, where is FCAT? He said, I'm here. Helldivers 2 is doing well on PC. That's what I hear. Yeah, there's a lot of people really liking Helldivers. I haven't really gotten into it yet. That's why I want to do a community stream today. I might still do it after this is over. But, you know, I take a little break, get something to eat.
The highest level of users on console, the highest level of users on PC, the highest level of users on cloud ever. We have double-digit growth rate on PC and cloud, places where we're enabling creators to actually reach new players beyond the console ecosystem. And that's why we're leaning into it and doing more, because we see all those signals.
So we're talking about the role that hardware plays for creators, for the games and those communities. What about the role that hardware plays for us as a business, for Xbox?
When we look at our hardware, it really is, and Phil said this earlier, it's where you...
Now, before she say that, for all the people who have problems and feel like, oh, Xbox is no longer caring about their original players. Listen, you heard everything she just said, right? About cloud and PC. Dude, I get that people might be frustrated and might feel like they're not supporting the consoles as much, but it's a large world out there outside of the console. And why not go for it, right? If they got the hardware, they got the infrastructure to be able to do cloud, mobile, PC, why not? Right? They're trying to do it all. And I don't fault them for that. Neil is in the building. What's up, Neil? Getting beat down tonight. Listen, I wish you would try to beat me down in Tekken 8. Dodge, man. Think outside the plastic box. Ooh, that should be a shirt, Sanchez. That should be a shirt. It should say, think out. Oh, hold up. It should say think outside the plastic box. And it'll have like a picture of cloud, PC, and like a cell phone. Damn, that's a good one right there. It's still going. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had Cloudy V, aka Monkey Boy, in here trying to troll me and sidetrack me a little bit. But let me hear what she's gonna say about consoles.
Get like the most flagship seminal experience of Xbox. And it also represents a developer target. Our developers can build the specs of our hardware, and we invest to make sure they know when they do that the games are going to run great on our hardware, but they're also going to be able to be accessed across any screen because of all the other investments we make. So we're giving them an easy way to access as many players as possible. And we actually have more creators right now building for Xbox than ever before by nature, thousands of them by nature of those investments. And we got more to come. There's some exciting stuff coming out in hardware that we're going to share this holiday. And we're also invested in the next generation roadmap. And what we're really focused on there is delivering the largest technical leap you will have ever seen in a hardware generation, which makes it better for players and better for creators and the visions that they're building.
And then when we're talking about hardware too, there's these other considerations that are really important to our community, probably to each one of ourselves as well. When you talk about library.
Was she just talking about the next Xbox? Is that what she was trying to say? Oh, Cubini in the building. I'm here. I'm fine with today's no issues with what's going on. Glad to see 34 million on Game Pass. Yeah, I think everything they said was great, if you ask me, as a company. I like business, man. I don't look. I know a lot of my friends used to outside of all this. A lot of my friends used to always not like my my state of mind when it came to gaming. I just like business, right? And I'm always pro company because they're the ones making the stuff we play, right? So when I look at going to work every day, I don't worry about my paycheck. I know if I do my job, they're gonna pay me. They're going to pay me if I do my job. So if these companies make great games, we're going to play them. So for me, I want the companies to do whatever they can and to make the great games that I want to play. So I don't want to be like, oh, they shouldn't do this. Oh, they shouldn't do that. Me personally, let them do their thing. Unless I got billions of dollars and I could make a better game. But if I can't make a better game, listen, I'm just going to see what they can make. I'll sit back and see what they can make. So I think everything that they said today that I'm listening to is actually great, to be honest with you. But I like business, and I like to see businesses prosper. Clearfield in a later interview. Who's Clearfield? Largest technical leap, BS. FK. Technical leap in hardware. That's what she said. I think maybe the next one might be like a cloud / machine. Watch. I got a feeling. GeForce Now on an Xbox would be the only technical leap. Now, like what I just said, right? Not next Xbox, but there are rumors of an update Xbox coming this year. Oh, man. Thank you. What is this? Bacon and pepperoni? Oh, okay. Look at that. Check this out, guys. Hot honey pizza, which is pretty much like the bee sting pizza I like getting from the pizza. So it has pepperonis and bacon with hot honey drizzled on it. Good stuff. My wife coming through. I'll get to that. Let me get to your comments. So Darth Kerman said, oh yeah, I read that already. 34 million Game Pass is a lot. I can see it growing to 80 plus million. I think the console war people are going to start to shrink. You could only go on and on about this, right? Even though we've been console warring forever. But so console wars, we were able to console war because it was you versus them. Xbox making it clear what their agenda is. And all the people who want to say I'm done with Xbox, they're going to drop off. Xbox are getting new people because they're going to be people that are like, oh, this platform, Xbox, they put their games everywhere. People are going to like that. You know? They're always working on the next thing. It makes sense. My son had a friend around today, and he said, "Do you have Forza Horizon?" I loaded up xCloud, and he was blown away by how well it ran. Nah, man, Cloud is the 34 million Game Pass subs includes 11 million from Game Pass Gold. Clarefield in a later interview. Either way, it's all their side. Doesn't matter. I want some. Hey, come on over, TPG. Doesn't matter if it's gold, they are still subscribed to game. That's what I just said, right? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I think 34 million might be worldwide, not just US. Doesn't matter. All right. We're getting down to the
Because I want to dig in on that a little bit more. You know, as we talk about cloud in the wider entertainment industry, there's conversations about streaming. How is that impacting how I own my content that I've invested in? So what can we say about our stance around game preservation?
Yeah, you know, one of the highlights for me of being in this position was getting to stand on stage when we announced back compat coming to Xbox One. Like, it was fantastic. People were reading the teleprompter before I could read it. I'm a slow reader, and just feeling the energy in the auditorium as we were saying that and online. You know, one of the cues I think us as being part of Microsoft take is looking at Windows and how Windows over decades has maintained software compatibility with things that are built on it. Like, I can still go back and play some of the games that I love playing on Windows from decades ago, and it will still run. And we try to bring that same view to consoles. It's harder in console because the line between what the hardware is and what the game is in consoles is traditionally, it's tighter, which makes compatibility, you end up doing these generational compatibilities that we've built. But I will say compatibility, the ability to not only play the games, but my saves are still there with our cloud save systems to try to keep the services up as long as we can so that people can play, is a tenet of what we are as Xbox. It's at our foundation. And when we look at future hardware generations and what we're gonna support, making sure that we respect, which is the word I use, respect the investments that people have made in Xbox going forward is fundamental. And the fact that you get entitlements when you buy a game from us on both Windows and Xbox also means you have the ability to play that game across a multi.
I think he's pretty much trying to say the next Xbox will be backwards compatible. That's what I took out of that. Lion said it matters because those 11 million do not have access to Game Pass on Game Pass. Hold up, do not have access to the games on Game Pass, just online play. It's called fluffing the numbers like Sony does with PS Plus. Oh, I see what you're saying. So if we throw out that there's 34 million people on Game Pass, there is 23 million that can play Game Pass games. Listen, if it's a general statement that there's 34 million people on Game Pass, then guess what, Lion? There's 34 million people on Game Pass. You know, if you ask them to break down the difference, then that's something different, you know? Microsoft is going to end the console war one way or another. Honestly, didn't know it was this bad until those console war release. It's disqualified. No, you know what's crazy is console wars always been going on forever. Hold up. I honestly didn't know it was this bad until those consoles were released. What's going on, man? What games is PS getting? I don't think we know. Xbox can walk back compat. Let me see. Agreed. It's crop. It's agreed. It's corp spokes. It's corporate speak for back compat. Whenever the next console comes out, they are revealed that another console is coming, not just an update. No, I agree. I agree. That's what I'm saying. Did your pony source tell you that, Lion? Phil Spencer clarified in a later interview, so I guess that's pony source. Or did you see that on Twitter written by PS fans? I don't care about another except Sea of Thieves, LOL. We get that, and I'm happy. Don't care about anything else. Lion, that's 11 million times $11. All right.
Multitude of devices, which I think furthers the compatibility of the games that you own.
Can we go back to what Xbox stands for today? I think we've pretty much covered all of the elements, but if you could break it down for me.
You know, when you play on Xbox, what we're saying is you're playing on a platform where you know the biggest games in the world are always going to be. You're playing on a platform where you get to access Game Pass. And all of the games from our incredible range of studios will always launch in Game Pass day one. And you're playing on a platform that's dedicated to you, like player-first features, cross.
I feel like they pretty much just said Call of Duty will come to Game Pass, right? I know there was rumors that Call of Duty won't come to Game Pass. She said all of their games is going to be on Game Pass. I'm pretty sure that also means Call of Duty. So that's 11 million they already had. Play the video, Cowboy, to see if Phil said that. Let me see. Sanchez Gaming Lines believes his friend Reforged and Starfield come into PS5. I don't get your point. That's cap. Not all the big games are on there. Well, that's true. Not all the big games are Xbox. No, I get that. He said, I think 34 million is a solid number. I think PS Plus has around 50 million. I think Lion was just trying to say is that 11 million of that 34 million isn't Game Pass, meaning it isn't. I think it's all called Game Pass now, right? It's no longer games with gold. It's called Game Pass Core, so it's still Game Pass. I don't know what's the point of that. Call of Duty is coming to Game Pass right after Sony marketing deal is over. Watch how everyone acts surprised when it happens. Fake outrage. I agree. Oh, wait, Cowboy. Phil said in a later interview that all games come into PlayStation. LOL. Yeah, it's called Game Pass now. Even the games with gold version of it offers a collection of games. Yeah. So, yeah, man.
Play, cross save, cross progression, backwards compatibility, being able to play your games in your library anywhere you want because of the investments that we make in cloud gaming. And so you're playing somewhere where you're investing and you know you get to take the games forward with you and across all of the screens where you are. And I think most importantly, Xbox is a place where you know when you're investing in Xbox, you're investing somewhere that is dedicated to making games more successful and creators more successful so that they can invest more to bring even better experiences to you all of the time.
Yeah, just that investment in the studios is so, and we feel that as part of first party with the platform proximity.
I say this, I don't think gamers care that much that they were investing in a platform that's helping developers. I know there's some people that love developers. They love indie developers, but I don't think the mainstream gamers care that much. They are more selfish and just want games for themselves. I'll be honest, I am like that too. All I need you to do is make a game that I want to play. That's it. Make a game that make me say I got to play that. That's all I care about. By default, the game companies are going to make money, if they do that. Let me see. He said 50 million PS Plus is also fluff because it's not the same access. I just like things clear. I don't like all the fluff. Shut the hell up. Who cares whether they fluffing it or not? We ain't making no money. It's not like I'm doing a deal with Microsoft and I'm like, okay, so how much money, how many players are making money off of? They're like, well, we got 34 million. I'm like, but isn't 11 million of them Game Pass Core? Yeah, but, and am I like, well, PlayStation, how much the 50 million can I actually make? Lion, no one cares. Like, this literally them saying 50 million, 80 million, 2 million, 4 million, 3 million, 8,000. Nobody cares. It's important to nobody but them. Because me sitting home playing my console doesn't matter if Game Pass has 11 million or 34 million or 11 million on Core. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyway, be fair. Call of Duty is dying now since Modern Warfare 3. Call of Duty is still the most sold game. Well, I think last year they got beat out by the Harry Potter game. But in my opinion, it's easier for Brandon if it's under the same name. No, I agree. Why not? Why do you think PlayStation started changing their stuff to PS Plus? You know what would be sick if Xbox and PlayStation team up and made a console where you could play both games. Damn, that would be sick, right? You could just put in an Xbox disc and a PlayStation disc and it'll work. Hence the Game Pass Core, Game Pass Ultimate, and PS Plus Essential Extra Premium. Exactly. There's a lot more games now now to play, not just Call of Duty. Even I'm taking a break from Power World. It's just always going to be games, bro. There's always going to be games. Games never stop being made. We don't hear about how many of each tier or Netflix there are in reports. We just hear about the many users. No, that's so true. I don't be thinking like, does Netflix have a tier with commercials? I heard they was going to do that. I don't even know if they do or not. But Lion should just get the official number from Phil. Yeah, you should just call Phil and ask him I need the hard data. I need it because I don't like the fluff. I need the hard data in my hand. Give me the hard data in my hand because I need it. Whoa, what do you need it for? It doesn't matter what I need it for. I just need it. But what do you need it for? I don't know. I just don't like to be fluffed. If you say it that way, it sounds really silly. How many Netflix subscribers are there? Who cares? Just give me value. Exactly. If no one cared, you wouldn't be streaming this interview, bro. What do you mean? Listen, the interview is... Let me be honest with you. Hold up. You know what? Hold on real quick.
Man the fuck up.
You know, Lion, I would like to say that my channel is just for me. Me and Alex Mercer, one of my favorite characters, right? The prototype. I would like to say me and Alex just get on here and say, hey, it's whatever we want. You know, Alex? Wait, maybe it's for the bigger Alex. No, wait, are they the same? No, they're actually the same size Alex. Hold up. A smaller Alex. Yeah, maybe it's for me and the smaller Alex, right? So me, regular Alex, and smaller Alex. This channel is for the three of us. Unfortunately, Lion, it's not. Because I am an entertainer. I put out content for the people. Where do you see other channels throwing out a link and say, hey, jump in and talk about what you want? You don't, because you don't do it on your channel. Now, I do it on my channel. So it's not just about me. You remember when I got pissed off about people going on and on about the console wars. Now, I allow people to come on and talk about whatever they want. I just have to do a better job as a host. Get this, I'm sitting here by myself because I like video games and I wanted to hear what Phil Spencer had to say. So I figure, why not stream it? I put up a poll, people was voting, more people. Matter of fact, let's check out the poll. Let's go see where the poll is real quick. Lion, if that is your real name. All right, so hold on. Let's see the poll. Let's see the poll. Bam. All right, so let's go to my channel. And let's go to community. Now, let me make sure you guys can still see that. All right, cool. So the poll is currently at, so I'll read it. It says, for my stream today, should I host a podcast covering the upcoming Xbox news or do a community play with Helldivers 2? 37% said Xbox podcast news and 63% said Helldivers community play. Now, I chose to do this because as I was sitting at work trying to read their lips because I couldn't listen to it, I had to put it on closed caption. I was like, you know what? and once it ended, it was only a half an hour. I was like, oh, half an hour ain't nothing. So you know what? I'll just watch it, and and people could tune in as I watch it. So that was 19 votes. And so, long story short, Lion, if that is your real name, my channel isn't just about me. Now, sure, I do whatever the hell I want on my channel. I make whatever I want, but I've been very clear to all of you guys that if you want to discuss something, throw it my way. If you want to talk about anything, throw it my way. So I'm not on here because it's some console wars. I'm not on here because whatever you painting it as the numbers don't matter. The numbers do matter. In the grand scheme of things, the numbers don't matter, but I'm on here because I do like to hear what Xbox was talking about, because I do like to talk about it. Now, I'm not deep into it as many of you guys. I didn't know who the hell Matt Booty was. I didn't know who Phil Spencer was till I started getting into the YouTube stuff. And I damn sure didn't know who whatever her name is, Bond is, right? But at the end of the day, so I'm a little different. So yeah, Lion, don't put that on me, bro. Put that on you. I'm not on here because the numbers are important. I'm on here because people like to talk about it and people like to hear my point of view. I do first impression videos because I like to give my first impressions. I know somebody once upon a time said, you remind me of Pat McAfee. People like to just hear what Pat McAfee want to say. So the thing is, I just like to do it in the cowboy way. Some people just like to hear what I got to say. I like to be that person. So at the end of the day, I'm not doing this because we need to know we need the fluff in our hand. I'm just doing this because some people just want to hear what I got to say. Some people just want to chat with me. It's not like you guys are all just on here watching me, right? We're all chatting together. I'm reading the chat. I'm eating pizza. We're just having a good time as a together, right? So yeah, that's not me, bro. You got the wrong channel. Just saying. All right. So anyway, sorry to go on a tangent, but I like to talk. All right. Rain said, thing with Call of Duty is that the devs for it are getting lazy because they know their game will sell because it's a major title. But there was a game like I guess X Defiant before it got canceled, major Call of Duty channels, or Defiant. No, I agree with you. I call it the Jay-Z effect. Jay-Z was the dopest rapper. And once he got super, super popular, it was like, I can just put out not the greatest stuff and people still going to buy it. So, but you know what though? I can't fault them for that, right? The American dream is to be able to be lazy. I'll say it again. The American dream is to be able to be lazy. See, in America, and nobody wants to work. People want to win the lottery. People want to be rich. Why? So we could do nothing. So we could go on vacation. So we could just sit back. We could buy everything we want. That's the American dream. So I'm not going to knock Call of Duty for saying, you know what? If we could get paid the same and make more money, but just kind of copy what we did before, we don't have to be that creative because it shows we're selling. It shows the people want it. So why should they be creative and do something different? And I just think that's the issue. When anything gets so big, is how do they get bigger, right? But if they could stay on the coast and just keep, making the same money if it's so big, I can't knock them. Only problem is the people who are playing the games are suffering. But the question is, are they really suffering because they're still buying the game? It's interesting. All right, we're switching to it. Lion is completely right. Let me see. We're interested in an interview to debunk rumors that all Xbox games were coming to PS. We already knew that Game Pass subs were around 30 million. Let me see. Cubini said I was happy with Game Pass at 34 million. I wasn't questioning where it came from, how it got there, or what country it's in. Y'all need to chill. Damn, you know what's funny? Cubini, we went so left track. I forgot you was the one that brought it up. I mean, it's not on us, they Xbox, to grow Game Pass. That's on Xbox. So if you're pointing out a number that doesn't matter to me, just you who want to point and say, oh, look how bad they're doing. I think he's right. Can't trust cowboy polls anyway. Oh, man. Madam President, Sarah Bonds. Okay, sorry. I think that I think that blue chew from last night still in your system, bro. I don't even know what blue chew is. You got pizza. Yeah, man. I got so I'm don't have much left, but yeah, it was pepperoni, bacon, and it's hot honey drizzle. So when we go to this one movie theater, they call it bee sting pizza, but where my wife ordered it from a pizza shop, they call it, I guess, just hot honey pizza. All right. We're also interested in interviews to know if any changes were being made to Game Pass, like the rumor said. All right, Cowboy plays games, not numbers. This is true. Blue Chew, LOL. All right, guys, let's finish this. Let's bring this home. Let's finish this.
You know, it's kind of amazing now to look out across all the studios that we've got and just be reminded that we're now one of the biggest development organizations in the industry. What does that mean for players? It means that the biggest games are going to continue to come to Xbox. And this 2024, the year coming up, we've got more than 10 major releases coming up. Great stuff. Hellblade 2. We've got Diablo expansion. We've got Avowed, Ara, the Indiana Jones game. And there's more in development, which I think we're going to be able to share more about at our June showcase coming up pretty soon.
Well, I guess I should get ready to work on that show. Well, thank you all for showing up on the podcast today, and we'll see the rest of you this June.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tina.
Thank you.
Good stuff, man. Give credit where credit is due. Shout out to Microsoft. I think it's good. I think it was a good event or stream. I think everything they said made sense. I think putting their games in more places was cool. I think it was cool that they went out there and addressed it because they had fans that was upset. I think they should have said what the 4 games were, though, to give people an idea. But honestly, if you take yourself out of the console wars, it doesn't matter what the 4 games are. Here's the thing. If your dad said he was taking you to the park and you couldn't wait to go to the park, and then your sister said she wanted to go to the zoo, and your dad was like, okay, fine, I'm taking her to the zoo, why would you be mad? Because he's still taking you to the park and her to the zoo. You get to do both. And then, I mean, it doesn't matter. Right? It doesn't matter. So at the end of the day, good stuff. Like I said, I used to be into the console wars myself. I'm not going to act like this isn't important for people that's really invested in console warring. You know, some people, it's in your blood. Like you feel like somebody slaps you in the face when you hear Halo might go to PlayStation. What Gods of War could go to Xbox? I understand it. I'm 47 years old. I'll be 48 in a couple years. Guys, maybe my last night was amazing, Lion. I'll be 48 in a couple months. And so I've been around when we were talking about ColecoVision is better than Atari. Atari 2600 is better than this, right? So I lived through it all, and I'm happy to still be here and see it all, but I'm happy to have the different mindset that I really don't care too much about the console warring. It's pretty silly at the end of the day, because as long as you could still play your games, it doesn't really matter. You know, doesn't really matter. But anyways, let me see. You should do 2 streams this, and I am. You know what? I am going to do that. Now it's cool. My wife brought in my food. I was going to take a little break to eat, but she brought in my food and I got to eat during this. So yeah, I am going to fire it up. So I'll say this now. If any of you guys want to play Helldivers with me, I'm going to do a stream and I'm going to play Helldivers. I'm not that good at it. I'm new to it. I haven't really got into it that much, but maybe this stream will pull me in more because I'll give more time to it. Because I don't think I played Helldivers longer than the 58 minutes I did. And part of that was the practice mode or the training mode. But yeah, so I hope you guys come out. I'll make a post and everything about it. Also, the Xbox influencers need to just stop talking. They can't help it. Think about it, right? People make money also off of this stuff, right? Like I wouldn't tell Doc Dark to stop making money, right? Like, hey, stop talking about console wars. Like, people are making money, right? The influencers can't help it, right? They're in a different world, right? So I see content on my channel that goes crazy, and I'm just weird. I just like to do what I like to do. I don't do it because it could, oh, this could be a bigger video. This could make more money. I just do it because I felt like doing it, right? But I get the people who have strategy. They know the YouTube algorithm, or they know Twitter algorithms. They know Twitch. They know TikTok. They know just all this stuff, and they're in it to be successful. They're in it. Like when Monkey Boy said their channel's dying, right? I could easily be like, if my channel's dying, I'm just going to make a review channel. Just look at my top videos. They're reviews, right? But I just do this because I like to have fun. It's fun to me. So, but I can't act like the people who are influencers aren't trying to be bigger influencers. So there's our audience out there, right? If you're an Xbox influencer, you want to reach the Xbox audience. I'm not going to tell you not to act like it bothers you, right? Because those Xbox fans are going to be like, oh, he really cares. You know, the same thing with PlayStation, Nintendo, and all that stuff. So Helldivers tonight. Yeah, Lion, definitely. Let's do it, bro. Nah, I can't be Halo. Let me see. Man, I just want one game I have always wanted to play it. Oh, Sea of Thieves? Bro, just get a Game Pass and then do the cloud. I play Game Pass all the time and I only play it on the cloud. You know, there you go. Halo Gear, Starfield, Indie are all the faces of Xbox. Well, Indiana Jones hasn't come out yet, so we at least got to see what that game's going to be like, because it might not even be good. Exactly, Jason. It all started with Xbox influencers and Sony fanboys ran with it on Twitter. Even Reforged doubled down that Starfield was coming to PlayStation. Hey, man. Let's go get to play with the Cowboy again. Yeah, let's do it, bro. We was playing last night. That was cool. And then you left us. Halo on PlayStation would make me feel some type of way. LOL. It might, you know. I remember my son. I was talking about, it was a couple years ago, and I said something about PlayStation and Xbox, and he was like, "Oh yeah," I said, I was talking about how PlayStation games going to PC is a good thing for PlayStation, and he was like, "Nah, no, that would be messed up. I'll feel some type of way," and I was like, "Why?" He was like, "No, because I pay money to be in this ecosystem, in this platform." I said, "But where's your money stopping you from enjoying the games if they go to PC?" And he was like, "What?" So he was used to me having that same mindset. He was shocked and kind of triggered, like, "No, you don't get it." I was like, "No, I do get it. I got you into being a PlayStation fan." But it really doesn't hurt you at all, you know. I might join up, Cowboy. Need to level up. Yeah, I need to really level up. Though you were little me and Lion. Yeah, man, we were rocking. I've been nonstop Helldivers. Like, I know music isn't the best to grow, but I just love it. I could dig it. My friend code, what code is that? Game Pass is cheap on PC. Reforge a quadruple down. Rain, what level are you now? Let me see. I understand console war and people make money from it. I have started blocking people that did fake outrage thing. Yeah, you know what's funny is when I left my old job, came to my new job, I don't have enough time during the day. Like, I can't listen to people's videos like I used to. And Doc is my guy. I got his actual phone number. He got my actual phone number. I know his actual name, right? Which I won't say it, or because that's between me and him, right? And I met him in person, but I haven't watched his content since I was at my old job, which was in September. Because once I left, I don't have enough time, and so the content I choose to watch, I want it to be I'm not saying he's not entertaining, because I say he is my favorite content creator, but it's all console war. And so for me, I'm like, I really don't have the extra space. Like, if I'm a console war, it's just gonna be when FCAT come on here on Mondays and bring up console war. So to be honest with you, I don't think it's bad for you to block people, because you just gotta protect your space, so you gotta ignore people, I guess. We don't own any games. We don't make the money off of them. Exactly. Also, I figure out that to level quick, we have to beat the missions as fast as possible for more points. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to be slow, so y'all going to have to carry me. Oh, he's at 11. Let me see. Heading home from work. Oh, that's cool, Lion. Well, we got to get on. All right, guys. So this stream has been long enough. It was only a 30-minute video, but we went left, right. We went all over. I got to rant a little bit. I got to show videos of my family. So anybody watching this back, it's some cool stuff part of the video. I got to go into a little bit of heartfelt moment about me and my channel. I just want to thank all you guys for watching. You guys didn't have to show up. Most of you guys already seen the thing, but you showed up anyway just to support, and I appreciate it. And just to hear the views from this crazy guy wearing a cowboy hat and doing what I do is only I could do because I'm the master of vlogging. I'm the all-purpose champ. I'm the cowboy king of content. I'm the captain of consistency. I know that hurts some people, but I'm also the cowboy king of entertainment. So I'm always going to be back. I'm always going to have more content. I'm always going to be making videos. I'm always going to be vlogging. I'm always going to be making product reviews. I'm always going to be making movie reviews. I'm always going to be gaming and streaming. Guys, I do what I do because I love it first, and I just hope the people who love what I do find me. And that's what I do, and I won't be going anywhere. And if the channel grows, great. If it don't grow, great. It is what it is. I just love you guys for being a part of it. So good stuff. Let me see. So I'll read the rest of it and I'll get out of here. I don't bring up console war. I bring up neutral facts. I mean, he isn't wrong. FCAT isn't really wrong, you know. So thanks. I appreciate that. Kermit. Let me see. Same, leaving work now. Okay, Sanchez getting off work too. Look, Neil, you got to be a part of the whole thing. That was crazy, right? When Sea of Thieves comes out on PlayStation, it's going to be fun playing with all those newbies. Yeah, or there's people who got an Xbox and been playing Sea of Thieves. But, yo, they updated the story on Helldivers. We now have to defend the planets. Okay? It's cool how the story always changing. If Infinite goes to PlayStation, y'all getting murked by me. LOL. All right, Cowboys. See you. All right, definitely, Jason. Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. Dodge Man says, don't be ducking. I'm never ducking. Dodge Man, we could play right now. Look, Dodge Man, we could play right. Oh, wait, you got to play later on. No, Dodge Man, we'll play later on. Me and Dodge Man, we got some vendetta against each other in Tekken. But with that being said, guys, thanks for showing up. Again, this stream was epic for one reason and one reason only. Because I'm a cowboy. Oh, man. And with that being said, guys, I'm just saying. And now, your mama knows. Write it down.
I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy. Oh, man. And now, your mama knows. Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon.